Welcome back to those eager to learn. It's time for my special on crypting and gear, some basics. To crypt, you need tar, and there are three types of tar. The first one is the common tar. It's used on common crypts, and these range from levels 5 to 25. These are required to gather basic materials for the most common equipment that is crafted in the forge. Second is the rare tar, which is used on rare crypts, which range from levels 10 to 30. These require a key, which you can get by doing citadels. Although you will receive some materials, you cannot target the material types. The main purpose of the rare crypts is for collecting gems, which you can socket into your equipment you build for additional bonuses. Thirdly is epic tar. Epic crypts range from levels 15 to 35 and provide both common materials and a range of epic materials used to craft specialized equipment sets, which are some of the best available in the game. The first thing you need to know about crypting is that it is all about Carter. You need to level them up early and keep leveling them up regularly. Upgrading Carter's gear first makes it cheaper to get more materials and do more upgrades. When you replace Carter's gear with an upgrade, I recommend throwing the old gear onto Tangle. If you're in a high world clan generating lots of tar via citadels and tournaments, specifically the Ancients, you will eventually get to the point you have common tar generating faster than you can use it, and you can be sending Tangle out there. Although he's not as efficient as Carter, just to burn the tar that you're building up in excess, you can use him to hit level 25 commons and generate more wealth for your clan. If you want to get value out of your tar and generate more wealth for your clan, only ever hit crypts you can clear out in one attempt. Otherwise, your efficiency is too low and tar is being wasted. Unless, of course, you're at the point where you've got so much tar you just can't even burn through it. If you're a noob, focus on getting a set of Tomb Raider gear as soon as possible for your Carter. Once you get to rare gear, also the blue gear, at that point you probably want to start transitioning across and using your epic tar to build an Omniscience gear. Even at godlike or yellow set of Tomb Raider gear is basically trash when you compare it to the Omniscience gear. Each type of common or epic crypt has a bonus for one material type. This is important to note if you want to build a specific set for purpose. For example, an Honored Ruler set is one of the most important things you can get as soon as possible. You want to get 15 pieces. So you can have 6 pieces on your hero and 3 on each of your captains that are on at the time. Aim for blue or rare quality as a starting point, so that you have all 15 pieces, and then over time just keep upgrading a piece at a time. I usually look to upgrade about 6 pieces and then transition across to the next highest level. So if I have all 15 of blue, I'll do 6 pieces of purple, and then I'll start moving across to the 6 pieces of the orange, and just keep building it and building it up as I get more and more materials. So for your Honored Ruler set, the little temples with the flames, they have a 2 times chance to drop the Imperial Silk, and that is the one piece or one material that is in every piece of Honored Ruler gear. So those crypts should always be your main focus with common tar until you've got 15 pieces of godlike gear of Honored Rulers. Early on, or if you're in a really poor shitty clan, you can be using research and construction gems in that gear. That'll make it a bit cheaper for you to do your research and to do your building upgrades. But if you're in a high wealth clan, or later once you've developed a bit more, you'll eventually want to transition out all those gems and enchants and replace them with Jasper gems and supply enchantments. Basically that just means more food equals more troops, which equals more growth. For epic materials, it's the same principle. Epic tar is far less common and very expensive to obtain. Unless you're in a top clan, you won't see a lot of it, so use it wisely. I recommend, as I said before, the Omniscience gear. And a little trick here to remember is that although heroes can't wear 2 pieces of the same type of gear, captains can. And your hero will never need Omniscience gear. So it's best to just focus on 4 specific crypts that drop the materials, or most likely to drop the materials to make one type of Omniscience gear. So I like to make the book. But yeah, if you just hit those 4 crypts whenever they're available and you've got Epic Tar, you can just keep making the books, just upgrade, get the better book each time. And he can, Carter can have 3 different books as his gear. He doesn't need to have 3 different types of gear. And it just makes your crypting a bit more focused so that you don't have to worry about getting less chance of getting the material drops that you want. At this point, it's important to remind you that blacksmithing needs to be researched. You get bonus materials when you're combining, and can only combine higher level materials, gems and enchants once you have completed the appropriate research. All of blacksmithing should be researched around the time you get to G8. Now, a few bright ones amongst you are probably asking, what about rare crypts? There's no 2 times bonus. That's right. There are 2 types of rare crypts, one left facing, one right facing. Each one has specific gems that can be gathered. So if you just got a sweet new upgrade of your Honored Ruler gear and you need some Jaspers, or you need a new piece or you just got a new piece from Ragnarok and need some jewels, you'll need to attack the left facing rares. But if you want more ambers to increase your crypting efficiency, you'll need to hit the right facing rares. Familiarise yourself with what each one drops if you are farming for upgrades. Now, for the most controversial piece of information. Something that all the idiots that are now miles behind me in progress argued against me about. If you're in a decent clan and someone or lots of people are killing epics or buying expensive packs, you'll get talent change points. Use these for crypting. Never ever waste talent points in archaeology until you build up a stash of tar, then respec your talents and dump points into archaeology until you've used all your tar, and then change your talents back. Make sure that you skip all the talent points for production speed and tar capacity. That shit's for noobs. And max points into everything else. And don't forget to craft your gear while you have the equipment crafting speed talents on before changing your talents back for attacking epics again. Somewhere around level 300 hero, I was able to permanently place talents into archaeology, and I haven't respec'd since. Hope you've enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, or whatever that bullshit is. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave some comments.